I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. This week things are a little bit different because I came down with a pretty miserable cold and it was really hard for me to film. So I actually missed last week altogether, which I hate doing, but there was no way that I was going to film with the way that I was feeling. And I did film this video over the course of several different days because my energy level has just been so low. So I hope you guys still enjoy it and I hope it still motivates you. If anything, this should definitely provide some very realistic cleaning motivation. Sometimes you just can't get it all done, and this is the perfect example of that. So of course, after being sick, the areas that tend to fall apart are the bedroom and bathroom. So I'm just going to focus on cleaning those areas in the first portion of this video. So obviously starting with the bathroom, I just cleared everything off, put everything back where it belongs, threw away any trash, wiped down the countertops, and then also wiped down the mirror. We should be moving into our new house in a little bit less than a month, which is obviously so exciting, but also very anxiety provoking because I just have so much that I have to do. I haven't had time to really start packing yet. I do want to start putting things away that we either are not going to use for the next month or that we can just see ourselves living without for a month. So I really want to get started doing that. I do need to get some boxes, and obviously I need to be totally healthy before I start really pushing myself. But it's definitely been hard to catch a cold in the midst of everything going on. It was absolutely the last thing that I needed, and it just totally took me out, I'm telling you guys, for like a whole week. And obviously I did not have COVID. It was just a cold, but it was pretty miserable, and maybe I'm kind of a baby, but I think that after really not getting sick for almost a solid year, it was just that much worse to get sick because I'm so not used to it anymore.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you, there was no one who understood.
I noticed that there was a ton of dust collecting around the baseboards in my bathroom, so I just pulled out my vacuum really quickly and walked around trying to just dust as much as possible. The whole time I was doing this, I kept thinking, maybe this is the last time I'll have to do this while we're living here, and it's just such an exciting thought.
Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me when I try.
Back at it again with my messy corner. I'm just gonna call this Catherine's Corner from now on. I had some suggestions from you guys in a recent video where I talked about how this area is just always a mess, and a lot of you said I should just put a hamper there because if I find myself constantly throwing clothes there, then it probably means that I just need a basket or something there to catch them. So if we weren't moving, I definitely would do that. That's a good idea, and I'm sure that I'm going to need one in our new house. I spent a lot of time laying around, so my nightstand took a beating. It was just covered in snacks and random things. So I'm just cleaning it off and wiping it down so that I can start nice and fresh. I talked about this over on my Instagram recently, so if you're not following me, you definitely should. But I was talking about how every single day when Carson gets up, he brings a bunch of toys into my room and lays in my bed with me. So if you're wondering why there's always toys in my room when I'm cleaning up, it's because Carson brings them in every single day. And then this bag I really needed to empty out. This was from when we went to the beach one day, and this was about 2 weeks before I had filmed this video, so that's how long all of this stuff had just been sitting in this bag in my room, and I'd been procrastinating on putting it all away.
I'll give you my everything.
The window tracks in my apartment in general are exceptionally dirty. I really don't think that other people probably have this much dirt built up in their window tracks, and I have no idea why this happens. I can clean them and then like 2 weeks later they look just like this again, just covered in dirt, and it's just too much. It's impossible to clean. So I have this window track cleaner that I've used in a cleaning hacks video that I posted a couple of months ago now, and it works super well. I just have exceptionally dirty window tracks, so I can't just get away with using that most of the time. A lot of the times I also have to bring in my vacuum and I have to just manually try and fish all the dirt out. Today I even wrapped a butter knife in some paper towels and used that to get into the crevices, and it still wasn't perfect. So this is one thing I mean there's a lot of things, but this is one thing I'm definitely not going to miss about living in this apartment.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
I'm always backed up on my laundry folding, and you guys know that if you watch my channel on the regular. It's nothing new here, but it was especially backed up, of course, because I had been sick. So I'm just going to try and tackle that really quickly, and I'm going to speed this up 700% for you guys, because I don't know about you, but I do not enjoy either the process of folding laundry or watching other people fold laundry. So I just wanted to get this done as quickly as I could.
Trying to prove it, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, we young, we young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, we young, we young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies.
Now this is a different day, and I'm just going to quickly take everything out of my little pantry cabinet and I'm going to reorganize it. This is not going to be like a crazy awesome before and after transformation, but it was a lot better, and I was able to get rid of a lot of things that had expired that kind of fell in the back of the cabinet, so it felt really good to get this done.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice.
This cabinet is an IKEA cabinet and I love it as a pantry. It works super well, and I did a whole video on when I put together this cabinet, and I kind of DIY'd it a little bit and then organized my pantry and created labels for all of the glass jars on the open shelving, and I just love that video and I'm super proud of it. It was back around Christmas time, so I'm gonna link it in the cards right here if any of you missed it. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit.
It doesn't look like it makes a whole lot of sense what I'm doing here, but I was just looking at expiration dates and just sorting things into piles to make it a little bit easier for myself when I put everything back in.
Remember who you are. Man down. He ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track.
Now that I've gone through everything, I'm just going to put everything back into the cabinet. The way that I like to organize it is that everything on the top left of the cabinet is either breakfast foods or just, I don't know, little snacks like peanuts, or I have sliced almonds there if I make a salad. And then on the right side, I have all of Carson's snacks. That way he can easily grab them as needed. And then on the bottom left, I keep any sort of dinner sides. So I have some pastas, I have some beans, I have mac and cheese, I have a taco kit, some rice, things like that. And then on the bottom right side is where I store all of my baking supplies. And I decided to actually get rid of the basket that I had been using to hold my baking supplies because I felt like it was so much of a hassle to pull the whole basket out anytime I needed anything, and I couldn't see what was in there, so that system just was not working for me anymore, and I just kind of threw everything back in a way that's not super aesthetically pleasing, but it makes the most sense to me.
To have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dreams.
Just a quick little reminder of what this looked like before and now after. Obviously not a crazy transformation, but it definitely felt good to get this done and get things decluttered, and it just was a lot easier for me to go into this cabinet on a daily basis after doing this.
Into drinking, that's just wasting time. I'd rather be spending it on working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree.
I would say out of all 3 days that I filmed this video over, this one I felt the worst, and I was trying so hard and I was forcing myself to get up and clean some things because there was just stuff everywhere. When mom gets sick, everything falls apart. But honestly, after just a little bit, I knew I was pushing myself way too hard, and I decided to just call it quits. And that's when I officially decided I was going to have to miss a day of posting last week because I just could not do it. It was too much. Carson loves kinetic sand, and I don't blame him. It's super fun, but it's such a huge mess. and he has a couple of different kinetic sand related toys, and they both happen to be out, so I really wanted to get those picked up because not only were they just driving me crazy just sitting out, but they also just get everywhere. So I really needed to vacuum my floors because the kinetic sand just travels all over the place. I will say, as difficult as it was for me to get myself together and try to push myself to pick up some things, I was pretty happy that I ended up doing it because I was able to sit my sick butt down on the couch and not be looking at a huge mess around me for just a little bit.
You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV. It's full of pain, but we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist. We always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it. Even if it hurts, we always say it.
Once things were picked up and wiped down, I took out my vacuum just so I could quickly walk around the room and vacuum up all the crumbs and kinetic sand so I could finally walk around without socks on and not step in something. I remember specifically Carson had run out of clean pajamas, so that's why I wanted to throw in a load of his laundry to make sure that he had clean pajamas to put on after his bath that night. And then I wanted to quickly tidy up his room. I find that when I go around and I pick up the toys and I put them back where they belong and I clean up his room, he plays so much more content. But when there's toys and things everywhere, I feel like he's not as happy playing with his things and he's a little bit stressed out. So I do this for the both of us just to make sure that he's able to play better and I also feel better without having clutter everywhere. But that is the end of this realistic, sick clean with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and it still motivated you. If anything, I hope this is just a reminder that it's totally okay if you cannot get everything done. Do not push yourself. None of us who post these cleaning videos over here on YouTube are robots who are just nonstop full of energy. It doesn't work like that. People get sick, life gets in the way, and that's totally fine. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week for another video.
Down, down, down.